Would you have kicked off? That's the question. And should CEX have owned their mistake? What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Free Trading Game Collection Challenge. I'm not normally this depressed, right? I am bathing in salt right now, and I'm going to talk you through it. But if you are new to the series, to the channel, to the videos, please consider subscribing for more content. I'm not normally this upset. And if you want to know how we've built this video game collection for free, and even made some money along the way, go check out the playlist. There is even now a movie collection playlist for you to start watching as well, if you're that way inclined. Now, you're going to have to let me know in this video, because there are some burning questions that, I would like a lawyer, really, to answer me some questions. So, are CEX in the wrong? Should they have owned the mistake? And, yeah, that's pretty much it. What would you have done in that situation, I guess? So, let me paint the scene. A lot of this is going to be talking. If you want to treat this as a podcast, it makes sense because I don't really have much of any footage, a little bit, if anything, right? Just going to put like filler footage over the top so it's not just my face the entire video. So let me paint the scene. I'm in a charity shop. I'm having a little look around. I don't see anything. And I start making my way out of the store. I've got to go to the back of the store to get to the front because they've put loads of furniture in the way and you've got to go up and around, okay? So I'm up and around. I'm walking past the till, just about to leave, and I spot a game. Super Nintendo, didn't know it at the time, it just looked like a black box, maybe I was thinking N64. Anyway, I ask how much it is and can I have a look at it. They say £5, they've just stickered it. There's stickers on it, there's a gift aid sticker on it, there's a price on it. £5 for Pocky and Rocky 2 on the Super Nintendo. Now, I didn't really know anything about the game, I really couldn't tell you, but I had seen it before, unboxed in a CEX in Swindon or Gloucester or something, and it was 80-something pounds unboxed. So I whipped my phone out, double quick time, paid for that bad boy and ran out of the store before they realised what they'd just done. I had a £250 game in my hand for a £5. I was shaking, didn't know what to do. Do I put it on eBay? Do I take it to CEX? What do I do? I don't know. So, I weighed it up and I thought eBay is definitely the way you get more money, right? So people are going to pay the top price on eBay. However, I opened myself up to scammers on eBay, and eBay will always side with the buyer. So, it hasn't happened to me in the past exactly like this, but I've had similar things. So you sell something, say I sell it for 250 quid, which is what CEX are trying to sell it for, and the customer receives the item. I've already had the money because I get the money the next day. And the customer receives it and then decides that they want to swap out the cartridge with a reproduction cartridge, or they want to swap it out with a faulty cartridge that they have, and they want the game again, but obviously work it. And then they'll send it back as faulty or whatever. Oh, it's fake, blah, blah, blah. And eBay will side with them. The case will be closed. I'm out of pocket. I'm out of an expensive game. I don't want that to happen. It's not something that is common, but it definitely can happen. I didn't want to risk it. So what did I do? I took it to CEX and I traded it in. Now, I don't have any footage of me doing that because I don't like to film me trading stuff in, or just the members of staff in general, because I don't think it's really fair that I just shove a camera in their face. I could ask, but if I'm told no, the problem with that is then next time I go in there, they may remember that I asked. They may be looking for a camera. I don't really want them to know that I'm filming things. So, like I said, it's probably okay, but I'd rather not. Anyway, I trade it in, and I trade it in with a bunch of other stuff as well. Trade it in with movies for the movie collection, and I trade it in with some games that you'll see in another video. And yeah, cash or voucher. I chose voucher. £187. If you can't see it, it's blurry. I will take a picture and put it on screen for you. But there it is. Exchange receipt, £187. The reason I'm not showing you the rest of the receipt is because it has everything on it from other videos and stuff. But there it is. Pocky and Rocky 2, £187. If it's blurry, like I said, I do apologise, but I'll show you a close-up of it. Now, What went wrong? What happened? Well, he took a lot longer to trade all this stuff in. There's a lot of discs than I expected. I had a mobile order for food that I placed just as I went in, because I thought I'll have enough time to trade this in, get a voucher, and pick up something for the movie collection, and then I'll be on my way. Because I didn't intend on spending anything for the video game collection, because I wanted to throw it out to the audience to see if you had any better ideas. Because I would have had about 200 and something pounds to spend on video games. I could have gone out and bought a lot of first-party Mario games for the Switch, which is something that I want. Or I could have gone and got some really expensive PS5 games or PS4 games, whatever. Could have put it towards a console. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I wanted to sort of bounce ideas off you to see if you had a better idea that I hadn't thought of. So, unfortunately, I didn't have time to spend the credit there and then. I had to go and pick up a mobile order. So, I go and pick it up. I consume the mobile order, because it was food. I have a look around a few shops at the other end of town, pick up some cat supplies, and then I come back. Have a little look around, and spoiler alert for the movie collection if you haven't seen it yet, I pick up this. I pick up The Thing, which is £18. Banging film, probably looks horrendous in 4K. I'm probably going to watch it in the next few days to let you know on that series, but either way, take that to the till and I get the same staff member. But he doesn't look too pleased to see me for whatever reason, which I take with a pinch of salt. Salt is the theme of this video. And then he goes and gets the disc, comes back, asks for £18. I give him the voucher. He goes, yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking, he forgot. Maybe he had like a really difficult customer a second ago and he just forgot that even happened. So he scanned the voucher, the till beeped and he said, just a second. Okay, what's going on here? He brings the manager over with him, with the game, which by the way, is now here. I think you know what's about to happen. The title probably gave it away. The manager says, yeah, that's a fake. What are you talking about? How is that a fake? How do you react to something like that? I felt guilty. Honestly, I felt like I was being apprehended. I checked behind me to see if the police were there. Like, I don't do crime. I don't know how to react to situations like that, right? I've never really been in trouble with police or anything, so I didn't really know. Not that they were going to call the police or anything, but like I said, I'm a good boy. I don't do anything untoward. So I was like, oh my heavens, I'm ever so sorry. How can I make it up to you? Like, they said, look, the problem with it is, and I thought maybe they'd opened it up, because I know about reproduction cartridges. I've bought and sold repros in the past, not as genuine, but as repros. And I know that the only real way to tell with some of them is to open it and look at the motherboard. So I thought, they've got an 8-bit or game bit, whatever it's 8-bit. They've got a game bit screwdriver. They've opened it and they've checked it. No. He looked at the cartridge, which, by the way, looks pretty damn good. Yeah, it's got some residue on it and stuff. I think it's got what looks like tea or coffee or something there. The back of it, again, it's got like sticker residue, but it's got like Nintendo Japan, and everything that should be there is there. The thing that gave it away for him was that there should have been a screw on the back. I'm not too sure how true that is. There are game bit screws on the front. I don't know about that one, to be fair. Now, I know that this is a reproduction now because I've done my homework on it. But I'm not 100% convinced that there should be game bit screws at the back. Maybe you know more than... Well, you definitely know more than I do. Let me know. Like I said, I know now that this is a reproduction because I've done my homework and I've noticed that there are a few inconsistencies with the box more than anything. But I think here, where we've got a logo up the top, I think that should be something different. I think it should be the Ocean logo, not the Natsumi logo. So, yeah, there's that. Starting to peel there. Don't know whether maybe whoever had it before me tried to maybe get it off. I don't know. But I was taken aback, shocked, surprised, and defeated at that point because I didn't know what to do. Like, I'd inadvertently traded in a reproduction game for a whopping price, £187. Now, I know what's about to happen. I'm about to get this game back. But there was no communication from that staff member, from any of the staff members. I was very apologetic and I was like, I'm so sorry. And the manager was smirking. Did the manager think that I'd done it on purpose? Did he think that I'd made this myself and wanted to trade it in? I really don't know. Like, I've spoken to him a few times. We had a conversation about Mario Strikers, or Mario, whatever it's called, on the Wii, saying that it was an undervalued game because it was like £3. That's the extent of our conversation. We've never really spoken apart from that conversation, which happened quite a while ago, and I don't know why I remember it, but I do. Anyway, he's got a smirk on his face. He's scanning away, he's typing away. He hasn't said anything to me since he said that there should be screws in the back of it. And then he says halfway through, oh, sorry about this, it just takes a little bit longer when I've got to do this. Okay, do what exactly? Because you're not telling me anything. Like I said, in my mind, I know what's happening, but he hasn't said it out loud, so I'm thinking maybe there's a chance he's just going to own this mistake. No, he says, do you still want the thing? No, he actually didn't say that at all. He said, you want the thing, yeah? Because he didn't even give it, like, it's weird because you've got £220 in credit. You're going to be a little bit more frugal with your money, right? You're going to be a little bit more, not frugal, what's the word? Loose. You're going to be a little bit more like, yeah, I'll buy that. I'll buy all of it, whatever, right? So would I have still wanted the thing, knowing that I wasn't going to get the credit? Probably, because it was part of the series. But would a normal person who wasn't recording for YouTube have done it? I don't know. Maybe they would have thought about it a little bit more. But he didn't give me the option to think about it because he didn't even tell me what was happening. He literally just said, you still want the, like, you want the thing. That leaves you with £15 in credit. And I was thinking, hang on a minute, I've just lost £187 in credit. Oh, I'm getting the game back. So he hands the game back and says, sorry about that. And then hands me a voucher for £15 and the thing. And makes me sign again. I mean, I had so many conflicting thoughts. First of which, like I said, was I was unbelievably apologetic. I knew I wasn't going to get arrested. I'm not naive. But I couldn't believe what had happened and that I'd just been given that amount of credit and it had been taken away, that this was actually a reproduction, that they had dealt with it in the way that they dealt with it. There was a lot of stuff going on. My initial thought was, like I said, I'm so sorry, but then having sort of had it sink in a little bit, I'm thinking, hang on a minute, I've been duped by this, right? But so have you, so why am I the one to have to own the mistake? You checked it over. You made me sign something when I traded it in to say that it was now your property and I was happy for you to keep it and that you were happy to buy it. So why can you refund this when I've already signed something to say, no, it's yours? Surely if it was the other way around, right, and this was genuine, and I walked in and I traded it in, I got my £187 in credit, and then I decided like 20 minutes later, oh no, actually, I don't want to give it to you. I want it back. Would they have given it to me back? Would they? Would they have? I don't think they would have. I think there definitely would have been some arguing there. I don't think they would have given this back to me had this been genuine. Not just this. I think anything. If I'd trade it in a Fallout, maybe Fallout 4 is a little bit different because it's like £1. But you know, something of value, 20 quid and up, for example. I'm honestly not sure they would have been as happy to just say, yeah, that's fine, we'll just give it you back. They would have been, no, you can buy it for the sale price, but we're not going to give it you back. You've signed. It's ours now. Should they have owned their mistake? That's the first question. Because part of me is thinking, yeah, you know, you've had the opportunity to check it over. It could have gone through testing. You could have opened it. You could have had a second opinion. You could have done whatever you wanted to at that point. It was yours to do with as you saw fit. And you had a look at it. The member of staff checked it over, looked it around and everything, and then took it in. Scanned the barcode, which is something that threw me, because when I bought it, like I said, I scanned the barcode, and instantly then, there was no, I can't think of the English word, doubt. There was no doubt in my, do that sometimes. There was no doubt in my mind that was genuine. It didn't even cross my mind that it would be a reproduction. So, yeah, for me, they should have owned that, really. But I am biased because I want my credit, right? The other thing is, what if I'd said cash? What if I'd gone, no, I want cash. I don't want the voucher. What would have happened then? I'd have gone back in, bought the thing, and they'd have gone, oh, you owe us £150. Pfft, no, I don't. Then I wouldn't have given them the money. There's no way I would have given them the cash. Now, I didn't want to like cause any upheaval here because I frequent this CEX a lot. I go there all the time. I make a living from it these days. So I don't want to upset them, and I don't want them to always keep an eye on me when I walk in the store, and every time I trade something in, it's all under scrutiny, because sometimes I'll trade some stuff in that's a little bit questionable. Maybe the case is broke, the insert is ripped, there's no manual, for example, or the the disc is maybe a little bit too scratched, but sometimes they take it anyway. Maybe it's because I'm a regular, I don't know, but I don't want to rock the boat, so I don't really want to argue. But now that I think about it, I really should have said, hang on a minute, I've signed something to say that it's yours. What does that mean then? I know they would have flipped it around and gone, no, all the signature is that you're happy for us to give you the voucher for this, or you're happy to give your items to us. But then surely the signature acts as not a contract, but kind of like a contract. I don't know. What would you have done in that situation? Would you have argued? There was a woman, ironically, arguing next to me that they wouldn't take an Xbox 360. She traded in an Xbox 360. I was actually in, it was mad. When I was in there, the first time trading this stuff in, she gave it in to test and said, they said, it's going to be half an hour. When I went back in to spend the credit, she was there picking it up. And they said, there's nothing wrong with it. It works perfectly. Unfortunately, we can't take it because the seal is broke on the back. She could not understand why that was a problem. Which, to a certain extent, I do agree that if it's working and you've tested it, just because the warranty sticker with Microsoft is broken, why does that mean you can't take it? Like, it's because they don't open things up themselves. The pawn shop, Regenerate, 2 doors down, they open stuff up. They will refurb consoles themselves. So they will do much more vigorous testing. But because CEX don't know what they're doing in that regard and they just don't deal in it, they just gave it back. But yeah, my point is, she could not understand why they wouldn't take it. And she was arguing big time with this member of staff. In the end, she huffed and walked off. But can you imagine if this had happened to her? She would have kicked off big time. Would you have kicked off? That's the question. And should CEX have owned their mistake? I think they should have, but I'm salty and biased, so, there's that. But, yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have anything to show you from it, really, apart from me showing you the game after I picked it up on my way to CEX, because what can I film there? I can't stick a camera on my bag and sort of film the whole thing, because then they're going to see it, they're going to question it, and I don't really want that conversation. So it is what it is. But if for some reason you found this entertaining, do me a favour and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.